Welcome to another brand new mindset. So we're gonna break down today's chart. Obviously, let me check the system for the. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. Alright. This and this is go. Okay. Breaking down today's chart. We are right now on Tuesday's mark. We are halfway through the month already, and we are seeing some sort of volume being induced in the market at this point in time. This current monthly candle has been pretty bullish, and there is a clear traffic on the left hand side, so we are mirroring the left hand side pretty well. This is actually pretty good on a weekly point of view. Otherwise, there is a target on the upside. There's a resistance, so the resistance is somewhere around 170 to 950. So that could be a possible target of rejection or possible area where price can reject off of. On the left hand side, I can also see an early gap. Now that's something to be careful about. That's something to keep an eye open about, because gaps are the areas of attraction as well. Price of attraction, I would say. Now on a daily point of view, I mean, we were consolidating on the previous few in the previous few days. So we consolidated for 1, 2, 3, 4 days, and the volume is actually shooting up now. The volume is shooting, the candles up. The trend, the most recent trend in the market has been a bullish trend, so it's quite obvious that it's pushing up with some volume. I want to see if there's any news that actually caused this bullish movement. So the bullish movement actually started from the 18th of April, yesterday's New York session. That's what it looks like. On a 4-hour point of view, we are making clear high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. And we broke the high at this point in time. We are waiting for a proper low. So a low might be forming on a lower time frame. So we head to the lower time frame at this point in time. On 2-hour time frame is pretty clear. It actually made higher highs and higher lows. It's actually pretty clear. So after breaking this resistance, that's 165, 365, I mean, price just started heading up. There was no signs of sell. Clear traffic on the left hand side. We can also see on a 2-hour time frame how clear the traffic was on the left hand side. Oh, this is it. This is all I can see on my 2-hour feed. It's all right. This should be okay. All right. Now, we are in about 44 minutes away from the market open. 54 minutes to be precise. 54 minutes away from the New York market open. We broke this level around yesterday's, actually no, today's Asian session. So from about Asian session, we are pushing up pretty hard, and around London session we pulled down. London market open, we pulled down, grabbed a liquidity, whole bunch of liquidity over here. Pretty obvious that liquidity grab happened, and we started pushing up again. Now if the most recent trend and the most recent momentum is bullish, we want to see a proper support on a lower time frame, or at least a liquidity grab, a noticeable liquidity grab for any sort of buy. Let's go to the hourly time frame. On the hourly time frame, we can clearly see London market pulled the prices down, we started pushing up. This was the push 1 hour after London Open moved up in about 60 pips. Now we are slowly exhausting. Previous hourly candle actually closed bullish, but kind of dodgy, so very indecisive. But we can't really base ourselves on sales because the most recent trend is bullish and there is a support right here. So I would love to wait for a proper support to form on a 30-minute. Otherwise, I clearly see a support in engulfing candle. Actually, the last candle out of the hourly candle closed bullish, engulfing the previous 30-minute candle, and this is a sign of a bullish move, right? So if there's further move coming in, I would love to wait for at least this hourly candle to play out, to do its liquidity grab. Then if it's going to start moving up, I would love to catch that trade. I want to see if I can actually see the liquidity freed on the left hand side, because I want to note down rejection points. Otherwise I have to hop into my terminal, MT5 terminal, and have to note down levels from there. Okay, so I can't really see the left hand side, so I'm going to hop into my MT5 one at a time. Okay, hourly time frame are moving up. This is the high. I'm just going to note down the high. High is 167.375. Range. Alrighty, so here.
Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Not bad, not bad. How are you?
Good, pretty good. How are you?
All good, not bad. What's going on?
I was scrolling left hand side and I accidentally removed my chart. Oh no. Oh good.
Oh, okay.
How are you feeling now? Are you better? Good?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Good. That's good.
1 week was absolutely difficult. Then the second week, I was like fine.
Hmm. Did you take any medications or?
Yeah, I had to run to emergency on the Wednesday
Mhm.
that we were talking,
That's right.
and I didn't take any medication for COVID as per se, but I had to take some other medicine.
That's right. Check when did this happen? So this happened around the 16th. It's showing me 15.
Uh, you have not shared your screen.
Let's do this. Share a screen.
Thank you.
There's no liquidity feed from 15 to no liquidity feed from 16, but only 17. It's kind of work like this. It's showing me 2015, but not 2016. On.
That's weird.
Yeah, this is kidding.
Yo, Reeve, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine. How you guys?
Not
Good,
bad, not
good,
bad.
good.
Thank you for waking me up.
No worries, no worries. I woke up, so I thought I should wake you up too.
How's it going,
Same.
Reef?
I am good, sir. I uh I don't think we met you guys came live. You came live yesterday.
No, I was on a holiday. Holiday time.
I didn't think yesterday would be much of a volume day because it was Easter.
That's right, Easter Monday.
Yeah.
Monday. I want to check what moved pound yen today. Oh, we had this news from Japan again. I haven't checked news now. Now we're looking into the news. Let's look into any news from 48 to 24 hours. Anything interesting? 48, 24 hours. Anything interesting? Nothing so far. Okay. There is a news from Bank of Japan. Kuroda. This guy is a mover. Kuroda, Suzuki.
Wow.
Alright, so anything else?
It's
Or
like JP Powell.
yeah, these guys are the movers. Alright, so there's another news from Japan. This is from yeah. China's state planner says will monitor commodities price. Hence, chief Forex stability is important. Okay. A weekend benefits Japan's economy as a whole. Yes, that is correct. Japan's economy as a whole. I'm keeping an eye on the impact of excessive economy. Governor Kuroda had the recent sharp housing prices as a result of interesting.
Trying to devalue, right? Until some time.
Yeah, Japanese yen is just going to the gutter right now. Literally
Yeah.
going to the gutter. All JPY baskets value just dropping overnight. As
Yep.
Japan's finance minister, the market determines the forex rate. Okay, we will continue to keep in close eye. We are in frequent contact with the U.S. Currency Authority on it. Okay. Oh, there's a guy saying you made me laugh. All right. keep. There's a guy saying keep calm and sit tight, Suzuki. Oh, shit. There's another one saying this is what happens when you have deflation, when the whole world have inflation. Japan's CPI is standing around 1% and the economy is good overall. No need for raising rates if there is no inflation. But because of pressure in the market, they will maybe raise rates by huge amounts of yen, which will eventually lead to slowing economy without any particular reason. Insightful right there.
Deflation is happening. Like, those Japanese guys knows they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
They know
100%.
their shit.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Japan's chief cabinet secretary Matsuna forex stability is important. Yeah. Japanese yen is down 10% year to date against Japan's chief cabinet secretary Matsuna communicated. Back to back yen headline might have some hidden agenda. Yes, that is right. Next GPU stability announcement will come from Pokemon. This is to attract more sellers for and take their money. It will continue to 150. Could be interesting. These news feeds weren't this interesting a few years back. Nowadays, it's more social.
Very spicy.
Yeah, more spicy, more social. Before, they just used to be like headline, not a lot of comments, not a lot of sentiment, but now we can see real participants' sentiment too. So that's kind of interesting. Now, today, what do we have today? What do we have today? We had FOMC last night. Okay, Japanese yens, some sort of news, bank lending news. Da, 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 da. Okay, tonight, what do we have tonight? Today is Tuesday, right? Hey. Tuesday, there's nothing. Okay, so the market looks pretty clear. US dollar news about building permits and house stats with a yellow folder. So telling us that it's a low impact news event. So the night looks pretty clear. And up until NYSE, it's actually pretty clear. So it looks kind of nice. There's a funny news about Aussie dollar around 12:30 a.m. here. I don't know why. Because the Aussie banks close. They're releasing a news around 12:30 now. That's kind of interesting. Conference board incorporation. Whatever. But it's actually look
at 12:30.
Yeah, 12:30 when everybody's sleeping. I don't know. Wow, back to back Japan's news. Now the Ukraine-Russian news is getting older. Not a lot of action with Russian news event. But okay, now we're going to break down today's chart again one more time. Daily candle at this point of time has tapped 167,375 level. We are pretty bullish. Obviously, we might see some relief or we might see some retracement on a daily point of view. On a 4-hour time frame, obviously previous 4-hour candle closed bullish, confident bullish candle with a wick on the top. This 4-hour candle in its is actually the first half of the 4-hour candle has passed already, and it is still a bearish move up until now. So I am anticipating a bullish flip and a move up. So before that, we need a support. On a 2-hour time frame, again, we are seeing retracement. But the previous 2-hour candle's body has been respected. So is this a sign to move up? Now that's the real question, because we can't take sell just looking at 2 or 3 bearish candle when all the candles side by side are moving up in a confident manner, right? And Japan's news release is actually not just an effect causing pound yen to move up, but it's just a realization that, hey, you know what, market is moving against yen's interest. It's just moving in a way that yen is like nothing, right? So that's not a I would say a news event that's going to get corrected. This is not a news event move that's going to get corrected overnight. I think pound yen is going to be bullish. It's going to be bullish all the way to 168.505. We might see relief, or we might see pull down all the way down to 165.365 even, but it's bullish. It's definitely bullish. There's no doubt it's not bullish. Now we are in the first half of this current hourly candle. We are around the 30-minute support area as well, and looks like as long as price stays I would say as long as price stays above 166. Where did we go? Where did we go? Tabs open here. That. This we're gonna do here. Okay. So looking at the 30-minute time frame, I think the bias is going to be buy as long as we stay above 166.7, say 90. I mean, scalping sales could work out, but it could be only a trap before the market open, because we're getting closer to market open at this point in time. New York market open, and a push down is not very appealing because the most recent structure on a high time frame or the most recent trend is a higher low. And on a 2 hour time frame, for example, on a 2 hour time frame, pretty clear higher low, right? So on an hourly time frame, similar sort of scenario, higher low. There's a support right here. I wouldn't want to sell near a support. On a 30-minute point of view, I mean, I'm just waiting for a proper rejection. Now, if I wanted to take a buy, a clear buy, I think will be above 167,375. I can't really see the left-hand side rejection pretty clear because my terminal is not offering any feed except for this. It's just too sad. Can't see the liquidity feed on the left-hand side. Yep, I can't see anything.
Maybe the price was way below. That's why.
Can you say that again, Reef?
Maybe the price was way below, like below 167, 168. It's way below that.
No. There is a liquidity feed, but on a smaller time frame, even on my MT5, it's not showing. It's right around 2016 mark. There is some liquidity feed around the same level. It says February 2016, but it's not showing on mine. I don't know. Looks like I need to download some feed here. It's not showing at all.
Waiting view. Oh, that's strange.
It's saying 2015 and it says 2017. I don't know. That's too. Yeah, I might have to download some.
No music. Are we in YouTube, Anush?
Sir, you guys can play music. I can hold on. I can play music for you. It's alright. I've actually did Hydra for the mute because if I play Hydra in YouTube, they will ban us.
Oh yes. Copyright.
I didn't see this. the market stop loss. This is a good one.
Found it. Every time. I was sharing that with you guys. Anuj, how's your US 30 going?
So I haven't tapped into US 30 yet. Just experimenting right now with a lot of simulation. Just a lot of simulation. Even if I was in holiday, I mean, I simulated a lot of its move. Quite similar to gold. It's just that the pip counting is different, and we have to adjust the lot size most of the time. But except for that, it's a pair that's pretty healthy around New York session. I'm collecting as much as data I can, because if I'm gonna jump into it, I have to be way more confident. And all the ideas I'm receiving from Kevin, it's okay. I mean, I just have to. For example, in US 30, I just have to be explosive, just like gold. Securing and risk management has to be on the fly because it's just too aggressive. It is trend following and it moves like a stock, but just have to be explosive in terms of risk management, just like gold. And it's a New York session mover. Oh, just give me a sec, boys.
Yep.
Hey. Alrighty. All right, now at this point of time, we are 32 minutes away from market open. This hourly candle is been down, and we are actually trying to close support on a 30-minute too. A lot of traders they must be looking into the scalping selling up. Oh, I mean, let's see how sales would work out. This 30-minute candle would actually confidently close below 166.985 with a wick at the bottom, and if the next 30-minute candle rejects the top and then breaks the low and then starts pushing down in this 5 pips range, I mean, 10 pips could work out. 10 pips could work out. Let's see what we can do. I really don't want to take a sell because I want to follow the trend right now. We are ranging from 167.375 to 166.985 at this time. This is just a range, so I don't want to take a trade in a range. If I am taking a sell, I would love to take a sell only once a 30-minute candle to start with starts closing below 166.985. All right, so 30-minute candle closed with a wick at the bottom and closed around 166.985 sort of a 15-minute time frame candle actually closed below the support on a 15-minute support point of view. I can see the candle actually closed below the support, so that's a sign for sell. If it's all right, so if it's going to actually push down, if the candles are going to push down for a New York session, a lot of traders are jumping into sales already, but that is just too aggressive. Now the aggressive traders, maybe it's going to work for them, but maybe they will be liquidated. If they're going to be liquidated, I mean, we are on a good side because we are just waiting, and I think waiting is going to help us. So we are not in an aggressive trade. We are waiting. 30 minutes away from market open. Volume cap's pretty high. Our 15-minute candle actually in its first half rejected the top. Now I'm just keeping my eyes open, not in any sort of trade. Trying to see how the sales would work out. If I wanted to take a sell, calculating my stop loss in about 13 pips stop loss. I'm trying to keep a sell stop a few pips below the previous candle's low. A sell stop has been placed, but this is going to be a very explosive risk management trade because this is a counter trend trade. I'm seeing candles breaking. I'm seeing candles rejecting the top, and let's see what's going to happen. Are 29 minutes away from the market, not territory, or I would say not a safe territory to be in, but the has been placed. At this point in time, I'm anticipating some volume in the market. If volume's going to come in and push down, otherwise I have to be explosive in terms of risk management here. And sell stop activated. Let's see. stop activated. Stop loss above the previous candle's high. If this candle actually breaks its own high, that's the end of my position, because at this point in time, no business in retracement unless it's a fake out, right? So if I'm taking a counter trend trade, I just have to be alert to the fact that it can go wrong pretty bad at any time, so I better manage my risk. I'm actually in the trade already.
And where can we set our TP?
I think one of the TPs could be, so we have to be careful around 166,775 area, just because it's the previous resistance that we broke, so we might reject off that level. Now, if we are pushing down, I think this cleared candle on the left hand side, this could be mirrored if we are pushing down. So my TP is around 166,685 sort of a level, but right now candles are rejecting my position, so not in a good spot right here. I'm actually underwater. Gold is really weaky right now.
Oh wow, it has been ranging for a while.
Yep. I'm still bullish on gold. For our candle, still bearish, as we talked about in the first half of the 4 hour. It has been bearish. Now that's a sign to push up later, only in its final minute. And if that's happening right now, one of the ways I can lose less is just being very aggressive in terms of risk management. So this is the last half of the hourly candle. An hourly candle obviously pushed down below 167 flat. Now 15 and 30 minute candle also rejected that level before pushing down. So we are rejecting possible positions, and this was actually already thought about. Now if we were pushing, there was no business for the candles to break its own high, because we are anticipating bearish move, right? Now this could be an early trade, and also we are keeping the fact that it's in the counter trend in the back of the head. But any point in time, if it's going to look funny, it's a good idea to close at least some percentage of the position. See what's going to happen. $24 away. Not a good territory to be in. Talked about. Minute is still looking good. 5-minute candles, we are closing with smaller body. Now is that a sign for less volume? That's so, we have to be careful. 1 minute's looking fine. We are creating resistance. 5-minute also rejecting the top, rejecting 167 flat. So if we are pushing down, I mean, this is the point.
Oh,
Right.
pushing down, pushing down.
There you
Beautiful.
go.
Ching.
Damn.
Beautiful. Good.
Japs might be a little bit tired of deflating.
Yeah, I mean, this is a move before New York market opens, so this might as well be a could be a liquidity grab. So we have to be careful and be happy with whatever the market gives us. Obviously, on a 30-minute point of view, looks pretty good, and it's leaking down at this point of time. I mean, 9 pips in profit, in about 9 pips, actually pretty good. Wanna be careful around this vicinity, this area, as we talked about. So 166.7, I would say 80 is an area to be careful. Now we should be happy with whatever the market gives us. We know this idea, and I can't stress too much on it because we know we should live with this idea already. Now, if we see any sort of heavy rejection around 166.780, we know why, and we want to be alert, and we want to be able to secure something in our bags, or even run away with our profit. So our 1 minute candles are showing signs of exhaustion already. Now this was actually a good quick scalp, very quick scalp. Beautiful. So the 4-hour candle has retraced pretty significantly. 2-hour candle bearish, 1-hour candle closing in the next 19 minutes. We are starting to reject the bottom, which is not a good sign. Now I'm being very conservative in this sales position already, as you know, because we are on a bullish trend on a higher time frame. As I said earlier on, I think one of the best ideas here would be just securing, and be like, you know what? I was the fastest in the market, and the fastest survives, and just accepting that idea. I think that's actually pretty strong. Being, you know what? I was in the market, and in about 10 minutes course, I just made about $200, $300, or whatever dollar that is, or 10 pips, or 12 pips, 15 pips, whatever pips that is. That is powerful. Our 5-minute candles, previous 5-minute candle close confident bearish, and current 5-minute candle is actually rejecting the top. 1-minute candles, are putting this gravestone pattern. I read this in a FX book some time ago. This is a gravestone, and when people die, going down, right, go into hell, whatever. There's a gravestone on the top. Now this is a gravestone candle. Yeah. So I think it's gonna.
Going to hell.
Yeah, it's going to. I think it's gonna push down pretty hard.
Okay.
This is a gravestone right here. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I think that sell was actually pretty good. Pretty good. Managed to secure 12 pips in one of the positions and 13 in about another. It's actually pretty solid. Now, if you can see, the guys in the YouTube, I've actually pulled my stop loss around break even. Now, I don't care if it's gonna drop like hell or if it's gonna hit my stop loss. Now, I'm just giving myself this state of mind that, hey, you know what? I took a position, I'm profitable, I don't care anymore. This is also powerful. Or actually, when we plot a graph against, what was the graph? Let me remember. The graph against securing profits with whatever the market's giving you right now and what's going to happen with your profits in the future. I think a better green territory is when the graph is around, like, the graph is when you secure with whatever the market gives you, even if it's 6 pips profit. Rather than being in loss or rather than only getting 3 pips, now you're being okay with market giving you 6 pips. Now that's way more powerful. We know that 6 pip can turn into 12 anytime soon. And that is actually what we want. We want 12 pips more than 6 pips. But being able to secure something out of the market and being like, nah, you know what, I'm out. That is powerful. And it took me a long time to understand that. Now, whoever secured the profits, 12, 13, whatever that was, obviously we know this is the second half of the month. And market giving you 12 to 13 pips is like nothing. And we want to be spared by the market. We want to be able to secure and get out of the market. That's powerful. Now it's retracing. I think it's going to pull all the way up to 167 flat. We are 15 minutes away from market open. Anybody who has secured profits, I think it's also a good idea to kind of manage it. Now, if you've heard me before, I said this is a gravestone. Is it gravestone or tombstone? What is it? Gravestone.
I think it's gravestone because that is a term I have heard before, definitely.
Oh yeah, that's right, gravestone. Yeah. Yeah, when people die, they put the gravestone on the top, right? Yeah, this is the gravestone pattern right here. But just imagine a lot of people took trade here with sales here, looking at the candle. That was a FOMO trade, right? Right over here, looking at this pattern. I mean, we saw early hints of sell, but right now, candles are turning the other way. So if somebody's going to come to me and they're going to say, hey, man, I'm taking sell right now, it's aggressive. If there was any sells, it happened and it's gone now. It's simply gone, right? So we want to be able to be the fastest in the market. Actually, that's wrong. That's actually wrong. We want to be able to execute on our idea in a calm sort of a way and be fastest to secure or fastest to leave the market. Not the fastest to execute. I'm wrong on that, pretty wrong on that. We don't want to be the fastest to execute in the market. We want to be able to execute our idea in a calm basis and want to be able to exit really fast. The fastest survives. That's the simplest way to say it. Now, I've secured everything, and I actually placed my stop loss at break even. At this point in time, if it's going to stop me at break even, I don't care. I've secured more than 80%, and I'm just letting the market drop if it's going to drop. If it's not going to drop, whatever. So, on my radar here on pound yen, it says a buy. It says a buy. It says a strong buy. Now, this could be correct. I mean, this could be correct because on a high time frame, we are on a long-term buying bias or a bullish sort of a momentum. So this might be a fake out and we might get a correction to move up. If that's happening, I'm going to take a buy, surely, because I want to follow the trend. But taking a sales right now is kind of aggressive. So I am going to stay off of the sales. All right, we're going to look into gold on a daily point of view. There's a clear traffic on the upside. Previous daily candle close, bullish. Obviously, there was not a lot of volume in the past few days, so we kind of stayed around this area. But overall, I'm on a bullish bias on our gold, because we can clearly see the rejection from the bottom. We are holding this support area, and it's a strong support area too, not just any support area. We kind of respect area pretty strong. Rejections are getting higher and higher. Candles are rejecting the bottom pretty strong, and we are bullish. So now this structure is only a bullish structure. Now, how can I say this is a bullish structure? Because we broke this resistance. We are pushing up. We are doing this relief rally. Pushing up, we are doing relief rally again. There might be less volume too. That might be causing it. But we are more than likely going to push up just like this and attack this clear traffic on the left. So this is something to remember. Now, this is something that can happen. On our daily point of view, it's pretty clear. On a 4-hour point of view too, we are making high highs and high lows. This is the resistance, no doubt. This is one of the rejection point. 1995.30 is. Now we have to be careful around. That area as we approach that area. But on a 4-hour point of view, again, when we look into the most recent candle close, it's an engulfing close. Now that's an early hint, and the current 4-hour candle also is actually rejecting the bottom. Not a lot of volume in gold. Pound yen has quite a bit of volume, but gold, not a lot of volume seen. But there is a support already. A lot of people are taking buys here with stop loss around here, 70 pips, whatever, anticipating in about 150 pips move. Now on a 2-hour point of view as well, pretty clear. It's respecting this support. Looks like a potential higher low. If this is a higher low, I think we're going to push even higher. 1995.30 is a target. 1995.30 is target. All right. So on an hourly point of view on gold, I think once we start breaking 1979.95, we're going to start breaking. We're going to start moving up pretty hard. I'm waiting patiently for 1979.95, and actually not 1979.95. I'm going to rearrange the level. I think anything above 1980.85 is going to be a better buy. So gold for me is a clear buy above 1980.85. Buys of 1980. Once we start breaking that level, I think buys are going to be a very good idea here. On a 30-minute, I can see candles are actually printing side by side, signs of less volume. But if we are pushing up on a 15-minute time frame, I can see otherwise. I can see there's a resistance close by. So if I have to adjust the level according to 15-minute, now here's what I'm going to do, right? So 1981.75. 1975. Of 5 or 80. I think I'm going to wait for 85. Better. I'm just going to keep a buy stop around there on a 15-minute point of view. There's a clear traffic on the left hand side, and if there is volume, we can mirror that pretty easy. So I'm going to do this above 1981.75. 1981.75. Let's go into 1 hour time frame again. Hourly time frame, I can see it's rejecting the bottom. There's a support trying to break the resistance right about here. On a 30-minute time frame, yep, there is a resistance here. Now these are the levels we need to break first before moving up. 15-minute time frame, clearly 1981.75 is a. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for 1981.75. And a target will be 1987.20. 5 minute are slowly but surely pushing up in gold. That's good. I want to look into UJ. Is UJ dropping tonight? If UJ is dropping, gold might push up. Yeah, UJ on a 30-minute point of view, support. And it has this tombstone, it has this gravestone on the top. Great stone. So the guys in the YouTube, if you guys are loving this stream, make sure you guys are leaving a big ass thumbs up. Yes, thumbs up. Oh wow, look at pound yen. It actually stopped me out at break even. I kept my stops in about a few pips in profit. It stopped me out. It's moving down pretty well. On a 15, on a 30 is looking nice to push down. But I'm not in a sell anymore. I've been stopped out. This was the trade of the day. So what I'm going to do is see. Okay. Reef, did you manage to secure something? What about Sudeep?
I
yes,
secured
absolutely.
long time, yeah.
Beautiful,
I
beautiful.
secured 10 pips, and like I actually secured 90% at 10 pips, and it stopped me out. at
That's
break-even.
right. That's right. It's moving down now. It stopped me out too. It actually stopped me out too. Whatever, you know.
We got our blessings already.
We got our blessings.
Oh,
That's
yes.
correct. So
That was actually a very good trade.
it was, yeah. Daily candle on gold looks very nice to push up. Candle for
Oh wow, the daily candle has such a big wick to fill.
yeah,
That wick fill happens amazing.
that's correct. I think once we start breaking 1981.75, and if there's volume, at least 1987.20 is going to be the target. So we have about 50 easy pips range. Oh, wow, pound yen's pushing down here. Pound yen's pushing down. Now it's going to be really interesting because I want to see if market's going to grab a whole bunch of liquidity at the bottom, and is market only going to trap more traders, sellers before pushing up? Because I'm a long-term buy in pound yen still, because I can see the trend is bullish and the momentum is bullish too. So this movement towards the downside is just identical to London's movement. If we look into London, I mean, that's how we move down. London, we moved down in a similar fashion, just like that, and all of a sudden, boom. I think we're going to see something similar here.
I guess market's gonna open in 2 minutes.
Sir, waiting for volume in gold. A better idea for a buy would be waiting for a 15-minute candle, at least a 15-minute candle to close above. That way we are waiting patiently, waiting for at least 15-minute candle to close above 1981.75. Candle's actually looking pretty nice. Trying to move up or not a lot of volume in gold.
Right, that's market open.
Market open right here. We are around New York's volume time. New York markets. Obviously, if there's any volume, I think first thing that's going to happen is gold's going to push up. There's volume because that target, that traffic on the left hand side towards the upside is way better than moving down in this bumpy action. Want something consistent? I think gold bias buy is going. All right, so the hourly candle in its first half now, right now, is retracing, pulling down. So is that a sign that we're gonna push up later? Could be. That we want, if it's retracing down, we want it to stay down for the first few, or at least first half of the hourly candle, and grab a whole bunch of liquidity. If it hasn't grabbed any liquidity yet, and then start pushing up. Ting. EST JPY checking the bottom. First 30-minute candle in a while that broke the support. Is this 30-minute candle rejecting the top before pushing down?
Is that a fake out that's happening right now?
So for fake out, we want to see a candle close. The candle hasn't closed yet. It might be happening, but a fake out will only happen once the candle. So we want to see a candle close. So on a 15, it almost seems like a fake out has happened already, but there's still 12 more minutes left. So we want to wait for candle close. Candle close is really. Yeah, I think the trade of the day was that pound yen. Pound yen was the trade of the day.
Yeah, it was such a smooth trade. Like,
It was,
went
yeah.
exactly as expected.
Not a lot of volume, but just enough for us. just enough.
Yep.
Just enough. Let's look at what Cardano. Cardano is doing. So we are 6 minutes in the market. We haven't seen a lot of volume yet. Pound yen showing signs to push down. Gold still rangy. Haven't broken 1981.75 level. Pound yen seems bearish. Previous hourly candle closed bearish here. I don't want to take a sell right now because we're very support area. Like it is pushing down. The trade we took earlier on, obviously securing was one of the best ideas, and we did secure. Now traders are still taking trade. This could be a late trade at this point in time. I think once price broke 167 flat and rejected the top, started breaking low, that was one of the areas of quality trade. I wouldn't say that's a 10 out of 10 trade, but we managed to secure with whatever the market gave us. And that was powerful. That was very powerful.
That's a nice phrase.
Yeah.
UJ is a dropper, so gold should make some moves.
It is rejecting the top. That's actually kind of interesting because New York session kicked in. We haven't seen a lot of volume yet. We are seeing rejections. The only question is rejection a liquidity grab or a proper rejection. Because if UJ is actually rejecting the top and is dropping down, gold should pump up. Gold is just doing the opposite. At least one of the two is lying. So we want to wait. Which one is lying?
I still think gold is heading up, as 5 minute had a very amazing rejection on the bottom.
Mm.
Are in about 50. Ooh, we can see the liquidity grab. So when we see the liquidity grab, we become active. Active.
I
We don't
guess
want to.
that was just a fuck you move.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Big time. Yeah, big time.
Gold does that to a lot of people.
That's true. The first thing, I mean, whoever took a trade in this range, I mean, that's a big no-no, you know? That's a
Yeah.
big no-no. Wow, that is a liquidity grab. Look at that. Yep. Beautiful. I think once we start breaking 1981.75, I think it's just a clear push up from there because we have seen a noticeable liquidity grab. We don't want to take a buy right now. Also because of the same fact, same idea that we are in the range. And we don't want to be the first to take the trade. We want to be the one that executes calmly and let the market play the move out. And I want to be able to be fastest to exit, the fastest survive. So we're still waiting. You see the noticeable rejection, but people are kind of soaring in the move, and the goal just gives you another fuck you move. So bad idea to wait. We are 15 minutes in the market at this point of time. A 30-minute is actually looking good. 30-minute point of view. 30-minute, yeah, 30 minutes looking good because it's rejecting the bottom. The rejection is getting higher. Just want to see a break of 1981.75. Slowly but surely pushing. Oh, beautiful. This is looking amazing. Simply amazing. Gold did its lock and load. Now it's only time to shoot up. Oh, early kick from gold here. Kick. Flying kick from gold.
All right, we're moving up.
Oh,
I
got
just
a,
hope gold decides to give us an entry.
yeah, I've got a buy stop around. I'm still looking at the 30-minute time frame, and I've got a buy stop around 1980. It's an early buy stop. Thinking about adjusting it, I might actually pull it up to 1981.75. The way it's moving, because if we are moving up, there is no need for FOMO. I've actually pulled my buy stop all the way up around 1981. Let's see. So 1981.75, because if we are moving up, there is no need for me to take an entry right there, because I can see the fuckery still happening. I don't want to be a part of that. So
And I think that makes sense as well because that is above the 4-hour high.
that's
If
right.
this candle breaks the 4-hour high, then it should be moving up.
That's right. Yep.
Oh wow, and that 4-hour wick fill happened. Nice.
Are moving up nice gold. 4 hours looking pretty beautiful. In the next 14 minutes, 4-hour candle is about to close. Hourly candle is looking nice, rejecting the bottom, clearly rejecting the bottom. 30 minutes looking pretty nice. We are slowly but up. My stop's also about to be activated. To be activated. Let's see. Patiently waiting, patiently waiting. Onions moving down. Oh, my gold just got activated.
Oh,
Got activated gold. Beautiful.
All buy.
But we are 20 minutes in the market now. Obviously, don't want to experience a lot of retracement because we saw the liquidity grab, potential liquidity grab at the bottom already. Now, if the candles are to push up, there is no business rejecting that level, except for I would say smaller time frame candles to maintain and respect its body. My stop loss is around 1979.50. So we love to see candles continuing all the way up. We are tapping 1981.75 level. Now this is the level we need to break to start. On a smaller time frame, we are retracing, but 1 minute candle is kind of respecting its support, kind of creating support, which is pretty good. Yeah, 1 minute's looking good. We don't want to see heavy rejection on the top. We want to see candles continuing up if there's any volume. Tracing pretty heavy. 5-minute candles still looking okay. Let's see.
We keep a stop loss there, then we should get stopped out, right?
Yeah, this is actually really funny. Activated my position and retraced pretty heavy. Heavy. Not liking the view at all. Not liking the view. One minute's not looking the best. Oh,
Yeah, I decided to get out.
sir. Just got stopped out here. This
Yep.
was, I think, an early trade plus gold is giving that fuck you to everybody. Simply.
Yep. It's a good thing I had used half the lot size. So
Yeah, I'm at
now
break even now.
moving up.
Yeah.
I'm just
Now
at
it's
break even for the day
moving
now.
up. Look at that.
Word.
Wow, now it's going. Or maybe not. What it's doing.
Gold is fucking people up.
Right?
Gold is, I guess, gold is just being gold. That's how gold is.
You should have said it the best way. Gold is just being gold.
Gold is
Yeah.
being gold. That's right. It exactly activated my position and retraced. Oh my lord.
Not sure where that liquidity grab went.
Exactly.
It's vanished. So liquidity went home.
Just went home. That's right.
Always.
Checked in 1981.75 exactly. Now we are diving back in the range in gold. 1 minute at hourly time frame. We have broken the low. We have broken the high. This is still a rangy area. He slowly started pushing up, but checked in 1981.75. So the real question is, was there no volume, or gold is just performing bad? If it's performing bad, there is literally no ideas for second entry. If it's performing bad, I mean, if it's volume and if the volume's coming in later, we might look into it. But for now, immediately is nothing. Nothing at all. I'm not gonna sell because it doesn't make sense. Sell doesn't make. Gold be gold for some while here. It's okay. I mean, I'm break even for the day. Break even is way better than something to learn. I think the first trade of the day, pound yen, was it. Should have been able to, take something in bag profit and then Move down 20 pips from my entry point in pound yen. Now this is a rejection area we talked about previously, from which it's rejecting right now. Having a hard time breaking through 166. Oh, literally everything is rangy. Gold is rangy right now. Pound yen is rangy.
I'm about to fall asleep. Oh my god.
Fall asleep? Oh no.
Almost.
Good. I should say good night to Shruti. I should say good
Yeah.
night too. Oh man.
Market's actually very slow. Not even kidding. Even I'm sleepy. For the second half of the April, and not a lot of volume seen. I mean, is this fresh market out of what was the that happened a few days ago? Easter, yeah. Is it the fresh market out of Easter? Anything? So, are we gonna see a breakout sometime tomorrow or on? It's up on Thursday. Wednesday's pretty clear. Thursday's pretty. So we have unemployment claims. So Wednesday or Thursday might be the break here in gold, because I think this is just fresh market out of Easter. Not a lot of movement, not a lot of volume. Around the holiday season, this is what happens usually. So around December, this is like December here. Mid-April looks like December. Every single thing. Yep. Guys, I might call it a day here. This is just boring, too boring. 30 minutes in the market, we did take a quality trade. I mean, that was a nice trade executed calmly. and we secured profits out of it. Just the gold was just too, say, too aggressive tonight. I think one of the things I could have done with this trade was, because this was a smaller time frame based trade, not a high time frame not a high time frame based trade. This was a very smaller time frame, lower time frame based trade. I could have actually closed down some percentage once one of the 1 minute candle closed bearish. I think that was one of the areas I could have closed at least some, but I couldn't close. That was it was like giving the money to the market, giving the profits back to the market. Not a good idea. I should have been able to close at least half, or at least some, so that I had probably some money as profit, because there's no point in winning and giving the money back to the market. Not a good idea. Now it's showing promises to move up, but it's tricky. It's still tricky.
So rangy.
Rangy.
Wow.
I think it's rangy. I don't think it's a good idea touching anything, to be honest. USD JPY similar. Pound yen. I mean, if it had to push down, if we are pushing down, we are rejecting 166.780. Want to be careful, because volume, the actual volume in the market's pretty less. Volume caps seem high. Gold rejected 1981.75. Yep. I'm going to call it a day. Day. £1 yen, second gold. Not a bright idea. I think waiting for a 15-minute candle to close would have been a better idea. Obviously, volume was anticipated. We did 30 minutes in the market now. 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm calling it a day. Close my terminal.
I'm gonna close my terminal too now. This, in days like these where we know the volume isn't there, I think obviously for New York traders, I think it's a better idea to wait for NYSE at this point in time, or simply calling it a day if they had one quality trade, and if anybody took another trade like us in gold and got fuck you by gold, I think it's better idea to just close terminal. I closed my terminal too. Closed my terminal. It's a wise idea, to be honest. Just taking the foot off the playground. We don't want to be in this dirty playground at this time. Don't want to touch gold, touch pound yen. Pound yen seems like you could push up, but it's hard to catch pound yen. I think once we start pulling up above 167 flat, that's where we know that this was only a liquidity grab and a fake out. So a candle close above 167 flat is a good idea, especially on a 15-minute point of view, because this rejection area was only a potential retest area. But yep, 4 hour candle. 4 hour candle in the last 23 minutes. Let's see what's going to happen. Bullish, or is it just going to maintain a bearish sign? Okay, that. Rejecting the top one more time.
Pretty nice drop.
Exactly.
Oh, holy shit. Yep.
Not gonna touch gold anymore. Okie dokie, ladies and gents, that's the end of the day. That's an early end of the day. Early end of the day. It's a wise idea to call it a day, you know, because if anybody's looking to take a buy in pound yen, I think waiting for this hourly candle close at NYSE could be a better choice. That means a blank wait of another hour is a better choice. That means waiting in this rangy market is like an idea where I'm allowing the market to dictate when I trade and when I don't trade, and that's not how it works. I should be able to control when I get in the market and out. I obviously know this is the volume time, but I also know there is no volume. I've taken my trade, so the trade has happened already. Now, if I'm going to chase any other trade, I think it's only going to be a formal trade. So do I want to be in a formal trade? Maybe not. I also know that there is tomorrow, and we'll come in and we'll come with a fresh mind, fresh market point of view, and we can catch something out of the market. For today, I'm going to call it a day. Boys, I will see you tomorrow.
It's tomorrow,
Alright, see
Noosh.
you tomorrow.
In the
Good night.
stream for YouTube, guys. Bye. Yeah.